Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Stod in his streaming room in 2019. It's been about a year since I did the last one, if I remember correctly. We're actually in a new apartment which we moved into earlier this year in January. So I didn't actually get to show anyone my new office, and it was a mess, so I didn't really want to. So now we've redone the office, I've redecorated it, put up loads of pictures, put up the soundproofing, classic streamer room, and I just wanted to go through all the new stuff, some of the old stuff that we've got, and just show you how I stream on a daily basis most of the time. So let's talk about the new stuff first. New microphone, Audio Magic RE20 dynamic microphone. So before I had a condenser microphone, now I have a dynamic one. So a dynamic one kind of prioritizes my voice and what's in front of it, and then the sound around it, it kind of like clouds that out. It kind of gets rid of it. So that's why you go for a dynamic microphone over a condenser, because it kind of drowns out the noise behind it and focuses on the noise in front of it, our voice. We've also got that with an XLR cable connected to the Go XLR, Helicon Go XLR. Now, this has actually streamlined a lot of my content. So you know when I'm recording on Shadowplay, if you used to watch my older videos, you used to hear a background of whirring and all my computers and any noises, breathing and stuff like that. With this mixer, I can basically cut that out with a noise gate. I've got a compressor on there, there's a load of options, and also it's got mechanical fade. I just realized that I muted the microphone there. Shouldn't have done that, but basically it's got mechanical faders. I can also change my voice. So my voice probably sounds super weird right now as I'm going through them, but that's how I changed my voice for when I did the voice changer stuff. Yeah, it's a really cool piece of kit. I'm so glad that I've got it, and it means that I don't have to edit my audio after I've made a video. So it's really helped in that regard. What else? We've got the brand new Elgato key lights right up there. I've got two of them. You can only see one of them. I'm not going to move the camera because that's a lot of effort. But these lights are really good. I actually have them both on 15% of what they can do. So I don't want too bright lights, I don't want the lights to be too bright in my eyes whilst I'm playing, because that can be quite distracting. So I've got them on 15%. I've got them either side of me that look onto my green screen. They light up my green screen really effectively. And the best thing about it is I can control them using the Stream Deck right here. So once I'm done, I can turn off the lights, I can turn them back on again. It's super easy. So Elgato key lights, Elgato Stream Deck. I showed you guys the Elgato Stream Deck last year. Still using it every day. I use it for OBS Studio. I use it to mute my microphone. I use it for memes. You know, you press a button, a meme pops up for like 2 seconds. It's great. I love it. We've also still got the Corsair Strafe Mark II keyboard. I told you the reason I used this last year. This keyboard is super, super, super quiet. It's right next to my microphone right now. I'm pressing the W keys. Can you probably hear that? I don't think you can hear it. It's super quiet. It's a mechanical keyboard. There's a reason I use it. It's because it's so quiet, and I wish they had a 10 keyless version, Corsair, you know, putting out there. I wish that it was a little bit shorter, but right now this is the best keyboard for gameplay in terms of like being mechanical. The keys are really good to press. You know, they've got good actuation force, all that stuff, but they're really quiet. I think I've said quiet about 6 million times, but it is so good for recording stuff with a microphone nearby. That's why I use it. As for my monitor, which I'm recording to right now, because I wanted the good microphone quality using this microphone, even though I'm not using it correctly. Monitor, the Asus X246PG, I think. I've probably got that wrong. It's the Asus 240 Hertz monitor. So I try and play games at 240 Hertz if I can. Most games don't run, like Battlefield barely runs at like 160 max FPS, and it only goes up to like 200. So Battlefield's not the best game for it, but games like CSGO, Fortnite, if you're into that, there's a lot of games that you can get 200 FPS on, and if you can get 200 FPS, you might as well see those frames. So for me, a 240 Hertz monitor is a must if I'm making those frames anyway. We've also got, it's actually the older model of a headset. So I used to have the wireless HS70s, but now that I'm using the Helicon mixer, I had to switch over to the HS50s, which is a wired version of the HS70s. And they're plugged into the mixer so that I can control my sound through the mixer, basically. So now I can actually control the volume of my games, control the volume of my stream PC, etc. Everything that I can hear from both PCs is now controlled through the mixer to the HS50s, which is the exact same spec as the HS70s, except they're not wireless. But it still works for me. We're still using the Corsair Harpoon wireless. I got given this about 4 or 5 months ago, I think. Super lightweight, super small. You can pack it away into a bag and take it with you if you're traveling. I'm still enjoying it. I've also been given the M55, which is an even more lightweight mouse, but it is wired. Both are RBG, but right now I'm still using the Harpoon. But the M55 is a ambidextrous mouse, so right and left hand users can use it. Super good, super lightweight, which is my favorite thing right now is lightweight mice. I want to have as little effort to move the mouse around the mouse mat as possible. So M55 for ambidextrous, the Harpoon for just general use and wireless. Lasts a while, I barely have to plug it in. As with the mouse mat, I think I got a new mouse mat. This might have been the one I had in the last video. This is the Corsair MM350 XL Extended. So that is a 900mm by 930mm by 400mm mouse pad. And I'm using the entire thing. And sometimes, because I have quite a low sensitivity, I actually end up using the entire mouse mat. I wish it was a little bit taller, to be honest. Like, sometimes I do end up almost going off the edge or having to reset my mouse to go even higher because my sensitivity is so low. But so far, it's working perfectly. As I said, yeah, I need this much space. And this is actually why I got a brand new desk as well. So in my last video, I think I had the 2 smaller desks, which is the one here and the one there. I put them together, but after a while, I had to actually have my keyboard across both tables connected with a mouse mat. It was some crazy setup and I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I went back to IKEA and they have a brand new, this one came out, I think last year, end of last year. And this is called the Idesen. It has much sturdier stands that the table actually sits on. And the table's thicker, sturdier, and if I shake it, my monitors move nowhere near as much as they did on my old table. So with my old table, it used to shake around a lot. And I have a lot of stuff connected to this table now. I've got the 2 key lights, I've got 2 monitor stands, but my microphone stand is actually connected to the other table so that if I touch this table, it doesn't rattle the microphone. So yeah, as for the monitor stands that are connected, I'm using a Duronic dual monitor stand. It's pretty good, it's pretty sturdy. It has like extendable USBs that you can plug into your PC and have access to them here. The other mount, I believe, is just a standard generic 1 monitor mount. It's pretty good. I can't actually remember the brand of it. The 2 other monitors are just generic. I think it's an AOC and a Samsung monitor. They can just be 60 Hertz because I'm not going to be playing on those monitors primarily. So they're just 60 Hertz monitors basically. Also, my microphone is connected using a Rode mic stand. I used to have one of the cheaper mic stands. I think I've talked about this in my last video. I used to have one of the cheaper mic stands, but the Rode is much sturdier and much easier to control kind of like where you want it. And you can even just like stretch out super far without it like, you know, struggling to hold the weight. So Rode mic stand, absolutely amazing. And we are still using my Logitech C920 webcam. I've been using it for 5 years and I still use it. I'm using the Sony A5100 camera to record this video, and I might actually end up using this camera to use as a webcam as well, instead of using my Logitech C920. Quality is obviously, as you can see, a lot better. than a webcam, and I think the frame rate is higher as well, because the frame rate on the C920 is only 30 FPS. But as a basic camera, the C920 does the job. So for the rest of the room, I thought it might be a little easier if I just walked around and showed you guys. So we're still using my MSI GS65 Stealth laptop for MSI. Absolutely amazing for travel. If you've seen any of my videos when I've been traveling to EA Play to capture content, new footage, anything like that, it's all been rendered and edited on this laptop, and it served me really well. As for my soundproofing, I got this from AeroZoom. I just like the design of the pyramids instead of the usual grates that they usually put on, you know, all the other soundproofing boards. I just like the big squares. I got McCree there, got my PUBG poster, and then I've already showed you this. And then down here we have a Dyson fan. Now the reason why I have this Dyson fan is because it's one of the quietest fans whilst operating that you can get. I actually use this over air conditioning because air conditioning is super loud, and as I discovered, and this is a good solution for a quieter room basically, so it doesn't pick up on my microphone. And then here's the green screen, the big old Elgato green screen. I often take this up and down depending on if, like for instance when I was recording earlier, you can just, whoa, hang on, and then boom, that reveals the, actually I might need to turn, and we can leave it on. This is the NVIDIA screenshot. Well, it's a screenshot by Shadow6 sent to me from NVIDIA, little personalized message at the bottom there. And this is kind of like the battlefield side of the room. We got the BF1 man over here as well. And then, oh, over here, we have my best friend, Ori, who is a British short hair 2-year-old cat. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. She often doesn't come in the office whilst I'm working because I usually have the door closed, but I thought I'd let her in here today because, you know, you gotta show her off occasionally. And she's in all of my pictures all the time because she's really cute. But yeah, I think that's everything else in the room. Hey. Hey. So yeah, that's kind of like my whole office. My PCs haven't really changed much apart from the 2080 Ti, which I'm super stoked about. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, thank you guys so much for all of your support over the last 5 years on YouTube and on Twitch with streaming. I wouldn't have all of this really nice stuff if it wasn't for you guys, so thank you so much for that. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you want any of the stuff that you've seen in this video, I'll be linking all of the Amazon links below the video in the description, so if you want to check anything out, then it will be there just for you. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I will catch you on my stream with all this new stuff, and have a good week. Cheers. Thanks for watching.